Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the SH Figuarts ULTRAMAN GAIA V2. I don't know why it's called V2. I'm pretty sure this is the first release of this guy. It's not like the Tiga where it came out 3 different times as re-releases. I'm pretty sure this is the first go at this guy, unless they just had a different GAIA in the past. I don't know, you guys can let me know about that. But this is the original release, first release of this version of GAIA. And it's the final of the trio, so I'll be showing you guys those together. And it's pretty good. It has some unique changes to the engineering, but overall it's pretty good, I think. And I think you might like it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Before I show you the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is another one of these types of boxes, which I like, other than the fact that you can't see the figure. It's really cool looking with the lit up eyes, and it's just like a more premium type of package, but again, with no window. Might not be for everyone. Some super dark photos of the figure on the back. I don't know why they keep doing that. That's weird, but it is this type of packaging with the black tray on the inside. I guess I could show you real quick what it looks like on the inside, in case you're wondering. I don't know that anybody would ever display it open, but you have a black tray, but they do have a lot of white plastic in there to protect the figure. Okay, that's enough of my package. Let's look at the figure. Before we start, I'll let you know there's a link in the description below because this guy is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store right now. That link will take you right to it if you want to check it out for yourself. Alright, this guy stands roughly 15.5 centimeters, not to the top of his fin. If we want to go to the fin, it's closer to 16, and that's going to be just about, we'll call it 6 and 6.25, roughly. That's a little bit generous. Okay, so let's just do a quick comparison with this guy and the other two that you might have on your shelf with him. He is so far shorter. I guess they are going down in size. Okay, I didn't realize that. They're all very close to the same size, but he looks like he's about in the middle. This one looks a little bit taller, but I guess it could be how I have him posed. I don't think so though, but there you go. So while we're here, I'll mention these two have pretty similar levels of shininess for the silver. His silver is shinier, at least a little bit in some places, especially in the head and the shoulders. The rest of it's about the same, but he does look a little shinier, so be aware. He might not match perfectly with the other ones unless he is known for being a shiny boy. I don't know. Alright, so let's do a quick question of the day. Are you guys in for all 3 of these guys since they kind of are a trio, or are you just getting 1 or 2, or just cherry picking? How are you doing that? And if you're doing that, which one are you doing that with? Or ones. Okay, aesthetically speaking, like I said, the silver is shinier, but looks really, really nice. I do have a couple blemishes in the paint on mine that are fairly small, but noteworthy. Down here stands out just because of the silver. Then there's a couple other little odds and ends, but nothing too bad. But yeah, he's very shiny. The gold and black is painted clean, that's for sure. And then the red throughout, that's pretty clean too, other than that one spot. But the head looks really nice. I love the way they did the head. I think that looks really, really good. Again, you have the transparent eyes with the little human eye holes in there, but the sculpt is nice and sharp. The gold paint up there is clean. I like it. I like it a whole bunch. I think he looks really, really good. So that's pretty much on par with the rest of them. His body is sculpted unique to him, but doesn't stand out in any way. I think they got the proportioning pretty well done. It looks good, looks like it's supposed to. So yeah, I'm pleased with it, other than those few blemishes. Looks good. I like it. Aesthetically speaking, I will go 8 out of 10. It's really good. I still think some shading would help a little bit, and this one does have some more blemishes than I would like. Mostly the other ones don't have those, so that's kind of annoying. Alright, as far as accessories go, we have a whole bunch of different hands. All the hands you could possibly want to do anything with. We have the alternate chest piece, and then we have his ray or beam or whatever his is called. I don't know what they're called. But that's nice. It's really well done with the red and the yellow. It looks good, and then you just swap that hand on. So not the most accessories in the world, though there is an accessory pack for this guy. I don't know if Big Bad Toy Store has it, but I know it exists. It's like 40 bucks, and it comes with some other blast effects and things, so that's pretty cool if you want that. So accessory wise, 7 out of 10, nothing special, definitely fine. As for articulation, we still have that interesting hinge for the neck up here that lets him look up with the fin collapsing into the neck, and that does let him do that flying pose that you saw on the box, so he can look forward nicely while being in the air. That's good. That's aesthetically pleasing. And then the neck is a swivel, or the head is a swivel on top of the neck, and then the neck itself is on a ball. So it gets enough range. It's probably not the most in the world, but yeah, you'll definitely be able to get it pretty well posed. For the shoulder, you get a pretty aggressive butterfly joint, which looks horrible like that, but if you use it properly, you can actually get the arm around pretty well, and it looks fine from the front. Just looks weird from the back, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll take it. This is a softer PVC up here, so that's good. We do have the same sort of cap shoulder design over the hinge. Not going to get the best range out of it, but it's certainly enough. Like, it's better than horizontal, and it doesn't look terrible, so I'll take it. It's not my cup of tea, but they've done a good job. You're going to get your full rotation. This will flex as you bring the arm up, but you probably don't want to do that too much because you might transfer some paint, but it works pretty well. You do get a traditional bicep swivel down here, even though the shoulder will have some of that swivel for you, but you get that, and you get your double jointed elbow, which bends really well. That's nice. And then you also have that extra little bit that is useless, but it's there. Then you get a little ball hinge for the wrists. For the torso, this guy has the harder PVC, like the third release of Tiga, so it doesn't have as much flex. I'll show you. But this joint does lean back pretty nicely. The upper joint leans forward pretty well. Like, it's not a lot of range, but it's fine for being it's supposed to be a real guy in a suit, so it works pretty well. And it goes side to side really well, so I like that. Rotation is good, that's fine. Down here, the ball peg moves around well enough. Nothing crazy, but that's all right. You get your rotation, and then there is a crunch in here in this soft piece, just like before, but just like before, that's as much as I can get it to do. So it doesn't really want to go. Same thing I had. It's the same problem I had with, I think it was Tiga. Maybe they both had it. I don't remember. All right, for the hips, this guy has new hips, and these hips prevented my one friend from buying this figure because he, like me, does not like the drop-down hips. And this guy has drop-down hips for no reason. The other ones don't have it, and their hips look better and function just as well. So that's super frustrating for me. But the leg does go out to the side just fine. That has nothing to do with the drop-down, though, so that's all right. And then kicking forward, with the drop down, he can get up to horizontal. It's like, don't freaking do the drop downs. Okay, if you bring it out to the side, he can kick higher, but still, unless you really want to flex that plastic really, really hard, it's still just, I mean, I guess that's good for like some kind of like some posing, but the drop down is so unnecessary. These guys have good hips without it. No drop down. Look where he's kicking. Like, it's not necessary. You don't need it. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. So if you don't care about the engineering and just care about functionality, it'll be okay. But because of the way they've done it, it does get gappier and uglier without a lot of tinkering, manipulating those crotch pieces to look better. So it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I would rather it not be like that, and I know a lot of other people feel the same way about those drop-down hips. Double jointed knees are fine, nothing special. You do get that extra play in it like you do the elbow. Don't know why you would need it, but it's there. And then for the ankle, I like the way they did the ankle. This is what the Dragon Ball figure should have. A ball peg that lets the ankle move around like this inside the socket, and then you can use that hinge to bring the toe up or the toe down. And that works really nicely on this guy. The ball itself is a little loose, but it's functionally a good design. You get a nice ankle rocker out of it, and the toe hinge is a little loose, but okay. So yeah, his articulation's nothing special. It's alright. There's some good stuff, some bad stuff. I'll give it a 7. It will be enough for an Ultraman pose, I believe. Okay. So, time for the final verdict. Is this guy a good addition to the trio? Absolutely. For sure. Is he perfect? No, definitely not. I don't know if he's the best. I'd say he's probably somewhere in the middle of the three somehow, some way. I'd probably still put Tiga on top. I don't know. Dyna's pretty good. It's hard for me to say which one's the best, but I don't think it's this one. This one had the most blemishes and has the weird hips. And some other issues here and there, but nothing too bad. I guess they're all about the same. Like, we're talking about a tiny percent change from figure to figure, so it's probably going to come down to your personal preference more than anything, but it's fine. It is definitely in line with the other ones. I'll give it an overall rating of 8 out of 10. It's a very good looking figure despite the blemishes. It poses well enough and has enough accessories, so if you're in the market for a Ultraman, I almost said Dynaman, that's not a thing at all. It's not even Dyna. If you're in the market for an Ultraman GAIA, then this is it'll do just fine. I think it's a nice addition. I'm happy to have it, and I think you will be too. You just won't be blown away by the quality, really, in any aspect other than the silver is darn shiny. But that's it for me, so thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.